Hi there, it's Kevin again from the Figaro Owners Club. It's great to be with you. Today I'm going to talk about batteries and how to change the battery for a new one. If you've had problems with your car starting, then obviously what's probably happening is the battery needs changing. Now, typical life of a battery is between 3 to 5 years, but again, if you're not using your car very often, it's a weekend car, you're only doing small trips in the car, that actual life will come down amazingly. You might only get a couple of years out of a battery, to be honest, if you're not really using the car very often, because if you use it for small trips and you keep charging it and you're not going on long runs, then the battery will become more and more inefficient over a period of time. So one of the ways you can check the condition of your battery, as a good little tip somebody told me, is go out at night and basically start the car up, put your headlights on, and if you accelerate the car, obviously neutral, and you can find the lights are becoming brighter and duller as you're putting your foot on the accelerator, then that means the battery basically needs changing. So it's a good little tip. So what we're going to do today is we're going to just talk about how to change the battery and the elements involved in the procedures involved in doing that. So here we go, follow on now. Okay, so here we go. Because I'm quite conscious of being health and safety conscious, the thing to do is to make sure you've got rubber gloves on and you've got protective glasses on, because you're dealing with something that's got acid in, so it wouldn't be good if you got it in your eyes. So the first thing to do is to look at your battery and see where your positive and negative is. Now on this one we've got positive, which is red, and negative obviously has got a black, or to have no cover on it at all. It's not always going to be obvious which way that is, because sometimes you can have positive this way and negative that way. So you need to look at the battery, make sure you know which one's which, and the important thing to do is to remove the negative terminal first. Okay, so once you've removed the negative terminal, obviously that isolates the battery. But be very, very careful and always be mindful of the positive part of the terminal of the battery. Even though it's an old battery, it's still going to have some power in it. So if you're going to use, obviously when you're using your spanners, be really mindful of the contact that you've got on that battery, and whatever you do, do not touch that positive terminal back onto the bodywork, because you'll get a rather nasty shock. So what we're going to do is we're going to firstly, as I said, remove the negative terminal here. I've got one of these little isolators on it, which is fantastic, and it allows me to turn the battery on and off, which we discuss in different parts of the website as well. Thoroughly recommend one of these. Obviously what you need to do is remove this and then take these this tab off here and these two little nuts off here. Now a little word of caution with these little rods: when you remove these nuts, what will happen is these rods will fall down, because what you've got a rod with a hook in it at the bottom, and it's hooked into the chassis. So the minute you take that nut off, it's going to sort of disappear down probably below the car, and you're going to have to pick it up. So I'm not going to video me doing it, because it's going to be a little bit too difficult to do that and a bit long-winded, but I'm going to do various little bits of videos as I do the elements of the installation. Okay, so I've taken the nuts off here, so this is the next part of it. What we need to do is hold on to here and remove this very, very gently. Try and put this rod to one side, over to there. Take this, put it over here. With this one, you'll probably find it might fall through. There she goes, through the bottom of the car. We'll show you that in a second. So keeping it upright, grab the battery, pull it up and out. So I'm just going to get that rod from under the car. So as you can see, these little rods, they've got little hooks in them. What I'm going to do, I'm going to video where these actually fit into, because we get asked that all the time in the club. So I'm going to take the camera off the tripod and do that now. So this is the left one. Down here you can see a little tiny hole, and it fits into that. So there we go, pulling it now. Hope you can see that. There's a little hole there in the chassis. It's about an inch below the plate here. Okay, so that's the left hand one. The right hand one here, as you can see, again fits into a little tiny hole down there. Again, I hope you can see that. A little bit fiddly, can't actually see. So just the right hand side of this plate, again there's a little hole there. I hope you can see that now. And again, you've got the, because it's hooked in, it's actually, what you don't want that to do is fall down. So what I tend to do is twist that over to one side. There we go. With this one, with the left hand one, it's actually not quite so bad. Somebody told me they're different lengths. Yes, they are. So this one, the left one, is slightly longer than the right hand one there, or the front one is slightly longer than the back one. So as you can see, these little rods got little hooks on the end. They hook into the chassis down into there, and then obviously the plate goes over the thread, locks the battery in. So there we go. So I'm going to take this one out because you can put this one in afterwards. Pop it over there, and with the rear one, as I said, I've bent it over to stop it falling through. We've pushed this out the way, we've pushed that out the way, and now we're going to reinstall the battery, the new battery. So I've put the new battery in. Okay, it's existing battery, I know. This is just a process to show you what's involved. So you've got the front little one here. So this goes down into that little hole, and then you've got the little plate here. Put the plate on like that. Pull this one over that I talked about before. This is the back one, and then that's it. So we've got that in position now. Make sure the battery sits quite squarely on the plate, and you need to position this between the top up bits here. So obviously don't put it over these bits here between it, so it's flat to the battery, and then with the nuts wind them in, keeping hold of the rod as you do the nut up, otherwise the rod will fall back through again. Try and do as much as you can with your fingers, because every time you use a spanner it probably increases the chance of shorting something. So always try and use your fingers as you can and wind that right in. That's it. Pretty much done there. Tighten that up. So you can tighten that up with a spanner now. A good little tip as well is if you've got any grease, put a little bit of grease on the terminals before you put your terminals back onto the battery. Quite a nice little thing to do as well is maybe put a label on the batteries to when you actually purchased it. We're just going to talk about the battery types in a minute. So I'm going to move to the next bit, which is just to drop these terminals back on. So the first one to put on is the positive. Put that on first, giving it a little twist. And as I said, you've got a little bit of grease on that. Make sure this plastic cap is over the top. Sometimes you'll find that these caps are not particularly good. What I've done here is I've put a little cable clip here to make sure that this is completely covered up, because you don't want anything to fall on this particular element of the battery. And obviously you've got the negative bit here, so I'm going to pull that over now very carefully. Again, make sure you've got your rubber gloves on. You can hear that contact as I did that. Little bit of a twist. There we go. Okay, I hope that's been useful. Again, a little video from me, and this one on changing the battery. Just to summarise really, make sure you've got rubber gloves on, make sure you've got some eye protection on, because you are dealing with acid in the battery. The other thing to consider is you're going to be removing power from the whole car, so again, things like alarms, central locking, your clock's going to need to be reset. Okay, so what I recommend before you go and buy a battery is to look at the battery you've got in your car at the moment. Take out a plastic ruler, measure it, width and depth. and also make a mental note of where the positive and negative is on the battery that you've got, because we've got two Figaros here. One is one way and one is the other way, and it's not a big deal, but obviously what it means is if you change the battery and the positive and the negative terminals on the battery is identical to the one you're putting in, it's so much easier. Also, as I talked about before, the terminal sizes on the battery can be either 1/2 inch or 3/8, so that's another important thing, because what you don't want to do is get a battery with the different terminals on it, because it means that when you fit it to your car, basically the clamps connecting the cables won't fit. So make sure that you've got exactly the right diameter terminals on the battery, the new battery that you're going to be ordering. So as you know, I mean, you can get batteries on the internet. You can buy them at your local motor factor, people like Halfords. What we suggest is something like a 44 amp battery, and the important thing to look at is what they call the cold crank spec. So that's the specification when you first turn the key, and that gives power to the starter motor. So that's an important thing, because it's like a spike, and that will give it the oomph to start the engine. So an important thing to look at, you're looking for about 330 amps, something like that. Most batteries are 44 amp will do that. Try and go for a well-known make, something like Bosch or something like that will be good. And again, I know the Figaro shop, or a lot of the Figaro dealers on our website sell batteries. Again, you know, do your homework, and again, you can, as I said, you can buy them from your local motor factors or off the internet. Something like a Bosch, the Bosch specification that I know that the Figaro shop sell is the S4018, which is supposed to be a really good battery, and that's certainly recommended by Toby and his team. So that's probably one to go for if you're thinking of doing that. And again, you can find those on the Figaro shop website. So again, I hope this has been useful. You know, I'm not a trained mechanic, so you know, these are my experience of changing a battery over. It is something you can do, but just take your time and follow the procedures, and make sure that you, as I said, the important thing is to take that negative off first and then the positive afterwards, and keep an eye on those rods. Okay, make sure you hold the rod, or if it does fall through, make a mental note of the hole it goes into, because once that's gone and you take the battery out, it might be a little bit tricky to see where it connects to in the chassis. So anyway, hope this has been useful, and another one of my little videos, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, bye.